This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
On today's show, what did we do? There was no Nathan.
Nat. Jeez, it was
but
on.
We caught up with Matthew Pavlich, of course. There was a lot of sport to cover off.
Yeah, I had a few gripes that I wanted him to take some investigation to.
Yeah, and I'm sure he took those on board.
Yeah.
We crossed to the US to 7 News correspondent Marley Hogan because, of course, there was a lot of big breaking news over the weekend with the assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
You're going to hear from our team member Sam, who's decided that, well, in his belief,
He
hot
made a
chips are
bold
dead.
statement.
As a side note.
And I do not agree. I'm sorry.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Get up and about. Great to be here, Natalie. I'm not going to use this. I'll just leave.
Over 937.
It's 6:05.
What a start.
No, for
We're
that.
on fire early.
Harry.
I turned Nate's mic on and it's not even...
Yeah.
Not even here.
So no Nate today. Harry, you got to turn all our mics on because I say the time, and I said it's 6:05 about 3 times.
You did, yeah.
It's 6:05.
So Nathan's been up all night watching, obviously, Spain versus England.
Yeah.
And then, Natalie, I was thinking he's going to get in here in the next 10 minutes, obviously, because the game finished about half an hour ago. But you just informed me that who's playing next?
It's the Copa de America final between Argentina and Colombia.
So he'll be watching that. And
Of
that'll
course.
probably take him till about 10 o'clock this morning.
As we know, that kicks off at 8 o'clock. As we know, he is a massive round ball football game nerd.
Yeah. And who wouldn't want to watch Colombia versus Argentina? South Americans.
Yeah, I know, right? I reckon in that match, I would just back Colombia. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you want to survive. That's the problem.
Correct. We'll be talking sport shortly, actually.
We will. What a huge weekend. And the stuff with Donald Trump, we're going to cross live to America to have a chat to one of the Channel 7 correspondents in that. That was incredible, and the more it flushes out, you just think, geez, what a... I mean, would you like to live in that country, Nat?
No.
No.
It was a big moment in history. That picture of Trump with the bleeding ear raising his fist.
Yes. That'll last forever.
That'll win awards all over the world, and
100%.
that is going to define the election, unfortunately.
No question about that. There's no question from here on in.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nova is the home of Nathan, Nat and Sean, and Hard & Co.'s state-of-the-art showroom is home to the biggest display of kitchen and laundry appliances in Perth.
Look, up for grabs. We've got $500 cash to give away today to the dish that tempts us the most. Plus, an invitation to our Hart & Co brunch, which is happening this Friday, where somebody, if your dish is deemed the best of the day, $5,000 worth of Neff kitchen appliances. Awesome prize.
Now, this morning we need to hear a dish that's going to get our ears pricked. And
get us drooling, I think. Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
First cab off the rank is Jay from Canning Vale. G'day, Jay.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, Jay, so if people are inviting you around, they say, hey, Jay, can you bring that thing that you always do so well? What is that thing, Jay?
It's my arancini balls. It's also the thing that, the one thing my children always ask for at their birthdays, etc. So it's a risotto base that is a lot of white wine in the risotto base.
Lovely.
And then at the end, just before you turn it off, you add a huge wheel of white Castello cheese through it. A cup of fresh chopped basil, and some freshly chopped mushrooms. Stir that through, you let it set, and the next day you roll them up into your arancini balls and with your mozzarella, and you deep fry them.
You know, this is really interesting because a lot of people go, I love an arancini ball, and I reckon 70% of the time I get a dry one.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And that's all my family and friends will never actually buy them out anymore because I make the best.
What's the key to keeping them moist?
I honestly think it's the white Castello cheese that's mixed through at the end, so that when you fry it, it also melts through the mixture.
White Castello's got a very distinctive flavour, though. It doesn't overpower them.
Well, no, because some people will use like blue cheese, and I can't do blue cheese. It doesn't. Sorry, Nat,
so
but I don't like it.
I know I'm with you. You don't have to apologise to me, Jay.
Blue cheese is strong.
The white Castello cheese, no, it doesn't. Not with the wine and the basil. I think the basil keeps it fresh.
Yeah, of course. All right, you hang there. That is a strong contender. All right, next up is Tam from South Perth. Good morning, Tam.
Good morning. How
Hey,
are we?
Tam. We're great.
We need you to tempt our taste buds, please, Tam. What are you going to cook for us?
Before I start real quick, I just need Sean to get a bit of Shane on because it is like it's my cheesy garlic bread potato bake. So it's your carb and fat intake for a few weeks.
It's carb on carb number.
You're not going to do this leading into barley, Sean. Okay. We'll pretend we're not shredding. Okay, keep going.
Okay then, so the potato bake is like, it's your gourmet one. So it's a bit of your caramelised red onion, some beautiful crispy prosciutto in there as well. Of course, it's your double cream.
Of course.
It's all your really, really yummy. And obviously the traditional little bit of the French onion, sprinkled homemade French onion.
Love it.
And then you've got to have your garlic bread on the top. So you make a potato bake, get all that going on. Then you get like your fresh sourdough or your ciabatta, beautiful local loads of fresh garlic, fresh mozzarella, and you make up with some nice fresh parsley, make up your garlic bread, get them all nice and crispy, but not too crispy, just done. And then you get them both out when they're ready, chop up your garlic bread into nice big crunchy crouton style, put that on top of your already brown potato bake, and then on there a little bit of whoever you're pleasing. What crowd are you? You've got your Camembert crowd, or you've got your Guerrero crowd.
Yes.
Then you put that little chunks of that on the top with another little fresh grated mozzarella on it, some garlic chives, back in the oven for a good 10-15 to crisp up.
Oh,
my
Tam.
goodness.
Tam, if this is at a barbecue, this would get destroyed.
Yeah. This is also an excellent, hot Christmas lunch side, I reckon. That'll go down a treat then, too.
Yeah, because you're not worried about your skin folds the next day.
That's right.
You're loaded up. You're loading.
Oh, that's, my gastric sleeve just exploded, but it sounds amazing. Thanks, Tam. You hang there and around us out. Chris from Baldivis. Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, good, Chris.
Okay. We're coming to your house for dinner. You're going to make us your signature dish. What are you making us, Chris?
A cottage pie.
A cottage pie. Talk me through it.
An old favourite.
Is that different to a shepherd's pie?
Yes, so the two different minces.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
All right, so talk us through it. What's in your cottage pie?
So cottage pie is the beef mince.
Yes.
So whip up a lovely beef mince, make a thick gravy sauce with it.
Yes.
And then once that's all cooked up and heating up, I add shredded mushrooms to it.
Yep.
Just get it all mixed amongst it. Then add some peas and corn.
Yes.
While doing that, creating some cheesy mash pie.
Yeah.
Some meat cheesy mash.
Yes.
And then once that's all whipped up, get a dish, put the mince in, put the cheesy mash of the layer on top, sprinkle some more cheese on top of that.
Yep.
And then chuck that under the grill till it's golden brown. You know how you love it, and get that lovely golden brown under the grill.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Yeah, and then whip up some chips as well because it's got a thick gravy with the mince.
And there's some leftover potatoes.
Yeah. It's a heavy potato dish, yeah.
All right.
And lovely thick. There's always leftovers for the next day, which I love, and just take that to work.
It's a real crowd pleaser.
That'd be a crowd pleaser at my house. In fact, just by hearing that, Chris, I'm going to make sure it's cooked this week at my joint.
All right.
Yeah, because no one complains. You get that on the table,
it's
no one
hearty.
complains.
Yeah, it's good winter food.
Yep, definitely.
All right, well, we have three to consider. We've got arancini balls, we've got the potato bake with the cheesy garlic bread topping, and we've got Chris's cottage pie. Oh, what's it going to be? Oh, yeah. It's tough. I know.
Okay.
All right.
We seem to have a winner, Nat.
We do.
It was pretty close, though.
I know. Tam from South Perth, we're going to carve it up. Your potato bake with cheesy garlic bread has just scored you $500 cash plus an invitation to our Heart & Co brunch this Friday where you could win $5,000 worth of Neff kitchen appliances, Tam.
Oh, my goodness. Wowzers. Holy dolly. Thank you so much, guys. That's wicked.
It's so good.
Unreal.
So we'll have the dish, Tam, which is going to be great. You bring that along, and then there'll be multiple treadmills, so we'll be able to jump on straight afterwards and bang out a few Ks.
Sean will do some cry running. It'll be fine.
Sure.
We'll all be okay. Good on you. We're doing it all over again tomorrow, so if you heard that and thought, I've got a dish that's better than that, make sure you're listening tomorrow. You might be able to wow us and get involved as well.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Nova's Pay Your Bills.
Oh, well, we asked for Wayne Collins from Lansdale to give us a call. And what do you know? Hello, Wayne.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good, Wayne.
Got your wits about you on a Monday morning, Wayne. Well done.
Yeah. I had to start work early, so
Yeah.
ready to go.
Now, Wayne, tell us about these driving lessons that you got to pay for.
Well, I got two kids, one 19 and one 17. And they just,
the kids, they're not overly interested in getting their licence. I'm like, but you've got to, because I'm sick of driving guys around.
Yeah, I had a couple of nephew and a niece like that. They were in no hurry to get their licence. A couple of my boys have got them, and when you're paying for driving lessons, they sting.
They do, yes. And, my oldest has been for a couple of driving tests, and we've taken as much as we can driving around, but it's like, we need you to get professional lessons so you know what you're doing wrong, because learning from me, I'm probably teaching them all the bad habits.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate.
What's the going rate these days for a driving lesson?
You're anywhere from sort of $60 up to $80, $90 if you wanted.
Right.
So you only buy a book of 5 for about $300, $320.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Far out. All right, well, we're going to cover it for you, Wayne, just like that, because we want you to not have to drive these children around anymore either.
Yeah, and they need to know the road rules.
Yes, exactly. Do it right. Well done, Wayne.
Thank you.
Easy, Wayne.
It's
Good
that
work.
easy, everybody. Hit up the Nova Player app, register your bill there, and you could be getting a call back.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Very sad news yesterday. There were a couple of big celebrity deaths. So Shannon Doherty passed away. She'd had a very extended battle with breast cancer.
Now, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I missed that one. I saw the news that Richard Simmons had passed away, but not Shannon Doherty.
Yeah, so Shannon Doherty was only 53 as well.
She was big time.
Yeah.
90210 was the show of the shows.
It was so massive. I saw somebody had posted something on Instagram that was like Brenda and Dylan reunited, because of course Luke Perry passed away 5 years ago as well. Yeah. So it's like, it's just, yeah. And of course she was also on Charmed. If you were,
so that was another good. That was a good show actually.
Yeah,
I don't mind that one.
Yeah. And then Richard Simmons, who was in his 70s by then, but he'd been quite reclusive of late. But if you don't know who he is, children, he was like one of the first to do fitness on TV.
Yeah, I was checking it out, Nat, because I was showing a lot of highlights of that.
Yeah.
And if you look at some of the websites, you know, these days if you see someone on TV doing fitness, you're like, how the hell am I ever going to get a body like that? When you saw Richard, I thought, I could do that by tomorrow.
And 100%, so he was overweight, and so he had been on that journey. So he really related to people.
He did.
So
it was a normal body transformation.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was just such an up and about advocate for good health. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Look at him.
We're watching
there
him
he
at
is.
the
We're
moment.
watching him now. He was just like
He had the tight curls going on.
Yeah, he
the poodle
did.
look.
And he was probably the first person to wear that much lycra on short shorts. It's amazing. He was always so full of energy and sort of zip, wasn't he? Up and about.
Yep. Oh, we lost a couple of rippers.
Yeah, I know. And that was somewhat overshadowed by the Trump assassination attempt, I think. So
most definitely.
Yeah. And R.I.P. Richard Simmons and Shannon Doherty.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
There was quite a revelation in the studio this morning.
It was a bold statement, and I'm not sure if everyone's on board.
I think people are starting to lean this way.
Do you?
I think so.
I think that's just him. Hello, Sam.
G'day.
This is our
How's it
digital
going, guys?
content guy.
Yeah, okay, look.
You made a bold statement.
I think the era of the hot chip is dead.
As a side dish.
I'm still fully on board with Nathan's chips for the table.
Sure.
I think getting a bowl of chips for the table is
Yeah,
fine.
and if you're having fish and chips,
However,
that makes sense.
if I'm having like even like a chicken schnitzel or a palmy or something, I reckon mashed potato is the side.
Okay, so this is just a side thing. It's not ordering chips separately and doing something else. This is just the side.
No, just what you get on the plate with your main.
Absolutely.
You think you would rather mash than a handful of golden fried chips.
Yeah, because you cannot depend on a venue now to deliver the chips that you want. The right
Whereas
crispness.
mash is just mash.
Mash is mash. Hard to stuff up.
God, I don't think it's a pretty good...
Nah.
Well, Nat, no, you disagree?
Nah. I'd take a chip any day. Even a poorly cooked chip.
Even okay, so you got your chicken palmy or your steak of the day at the local pub, and you're having that with chips.
Yes,
like mashed potato with that gravy.
These days I can only eat about 4 of them, but I like to have them.
It's just creamy, delicious, like the chips.
Do you like a Paris mash with the garlic and stuff and a little bit?
Oh, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. Even if it's a bit like rustic, bit of bits through it, I don't mind.
Literal lumps
care.
of potato.
Yeah, I do not mind.
Even if they take it and like deep fry it in an elongated,
Like a
that's a
croquette.
chip. Yeah, that's a chip.
Yesterday, Sam, it was so great when I went to the old tuck shop at Bull Creek Junior Football Ground yesterday, and it was I think it was about 9:30, and I was behind some lady, and she's ordered chips, and I was thinking to myself, it's a bit early for chips, isn't it? Anyway, she got all the gravy put on top, and I wanted to tackle her to the ground because they looked absolutely delicious.
Sean, there's no such thing as too early for chips.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And yeah, see, nobody's ordering a cup of mashed potato, are they? See?
Well, it's because the option's not there, but, you know.
Would you, though?
If there was like a sausage to put in it with some gravy.
Enough about your Saturday night.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Fair bit of news went down yesterday. Of course, the biggest story in the world was the assassination attempt on Donald Trump at a rally yesterday. We're going to cross to Channel 7 US correspondent Miley Hogan right now. Good morning, Miley.
Good morning.
Miley, it seems like it's been pretty busy for you over the last 48 hours or so. We've heard a lot of information coming out, but Donald Trump, he survived and he's kept on keeping on.
Yeah, Donald Trump is going to the Republican National Convention. He's touched down there, and that's a major moment in any political campaign, and obviously so much more now following this assassination attempt, this attempted murder, really, of the former president of the United States. He is going to that convention. He's going to speak at that convention, and it is where he will be formally nominated as a Republican nominee. He's also expected to announce his choice for vice president, his running mate, at that event as well. Now, just as the phone was ringing before, Joe Biden, the US president, was just finishing up his address in the Oval Office, a rare event, and he was in there condemning this violence, saying this is not the path that America can go down.
That's a really interesting thing, because I did see a comment that Joe was talking about, and he says we need to take the heat out of politics, and this is, I mean, it's coming to Australia in parts, not the same intensity, but when there's two sides, right, and everyone wants to make sure their side wins, so they're spewing hatred on the other.
It's getting
and
worse
therefore
and worse.
It gathers the momentum and splits nations and countries and states across the nation. And this is probably a product of what's going on over there, do you think?
Yeah, look, he was saying, no matter how strong our convictions are, no matter how strong the opinions are of people, we must never descend to violence, really defending democracy. That's what this was all about, saying we do this at the ballot box, we don't do this with bullets. Such a strong line from the US president, and it will be interesting to see if the heat is now taken out of this situation. It'll also hinge on the way Donald Trump presents himself when he goes to this Republican convention. It's certainly one to watch as this campaign moves on.
Well, I'd be very surprised if Donald Trump did not ramp it up after this. That the image that is now going to be one of the historic photos of our time of him raising his fist in sort of triumph isn't the right word, but sort of resilience, I suppose.
Resilience,
after being shot with the blood streaming from his ear. That is going to be the lasting image of, if not a generation, at least of this campaign where, and there's no way he's not going to leverage that, surely, Miley.
Look, I can go as far as to say an image of a generation. It's going to be one of the most historic images of our time. And I think in that moment, it's important to, get to the core of Donald Trump. He is a businessman, a showman, and he's very good at acting on his instincts.
Yeah.
You really saw it in real time there as he managed to pause while he had a Secret Service human shield around him, trying to protect his life with what has just been an active shooter situation, an attempt on his life, and he still managed to stop, put his fist in the air with the blood down his face and rally up his supporters in that moment. It is really an image of him projecting strength, and he's going to want to continue that through the next few days and right through to the November election.
Miley, a couple of quick questions on the shooter. So we know he's a 20-year-old young male. There was reports that he had, not links is probably not the right word, but he was a Republican and he
donated to a Democrat cause as well.
But I've also heard this morning there was no affiliation at all. He was just a troubled loner. So where does that sit?
I think Over the next few days, we'll definitely hear a lot from people in that community, those that went to school with him, about who he was. His family may say something. The father was asked by CNN a question, and the father just said, look, I don't even know what the hell's going on at the moment. But what we do know about him is that on the public record, he was a registered Republican voter. He had also made a small donation to a Democrat-aligned political party. There has been no word yet really on his political persuasions or opinions or what he believes. That hasn't really been made public. There's no motive yet. Authorities are still looking into that, trying to figure out what actually drove him to climb up onto that roof and shoot into that rally. It's the big question that everybody wants answered. Authorities are also going through his social media footprints. They're going through his phone. They'll be looking to see if he was talking to anybody else or if he was influenced. All of those things are questions that they will be trying to answer and rule out.
The other question is, how did he do it? Given that, you know, these sorts of things, there are Secret Service everywhere. The fact that there was a rooftop free that and it gave him a clear shot at Donald Trump is rather extraordinary, isn't it?
It really is stunning. You're talking about some of the most highly trained people in the world who literally put their life on the line to protect these political figures, as you saw, as they put their bodies over Donald Trump as there was bullets flying. And this has been able to happen. It's going to be part of the investigation as to how did he get up onto that roof, why wasn't he seen earlier. There have been reports that we've heard those reports, those first count witness statements saying that they saw him climbing up and were trying to get people's attention.
Yeah.
So they'll all be interviewed. That will all go into it. But Joe Biden's actually ordered an independent review as well of this investigation to look at those steps, what happened to lead up to it, and that will be made public to try and answer some of those questions. But this is really an extraordinary moment in history. You have a current commander-in-chief ordering an independent review of a former president's security during an election campaign of his own political rival.
And his rival, It's amazing, isn't it?
Miley, just on Joe Biden himself, do you expect him to continue running for this presidency? Because there has been talk before this, and we were speaking off air, like after this assassination attempt on Donald Trump and him surviving, resilience, Natalie just used the word, and the leverage that will come out of this, it's going to be an uphill battle for him.
It is going to be an uphill battle for him. Donald Trump was already performing above him in the polls. But Joe Biden's critics were saying that he was too old, that his stamina was basically on trial about whether or not he could meet this moment and go through the campaign. Now you have his political rival using this image to project strength. It's just two different images of each other at the moment. Joe Biden will want to be appearing strong on this as well by, he's already ordered that independent review. He's done a speech from the Oval Office. They're both going to be wanting to look strong in this moment. It's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together.
All right. Well, we really appreciate your time today, Miley, in what I know has been a busy couple of days for you.
Sure.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks, guys.
That's Miley Hogan from Channel 7 News. Of course, you can check out all of the details tonight. There's more to come out of this for sure.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Jugglers. Cirque du Soleil's Lucia is now in Perth. Witness breathtaking acrobatics under the iconic Big Top. Book your tickets now.
All right, here we go. Cirque du Soleil Lucia is headed our way. It'll be premiering on July 25th, and we have a VIP double pass, and it's the full package. You'll be... It's the tapis rouge.
Yes, we're throwing in the Morris advantage of parking as well.
That means red carpet en français.
That's fantastic, Natalie.
We have two contestants. One is Anna from Wembley. Morning, Anna.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Great,
Wonderful, Anna.
Are you a bit of a multitasker? Can you do two things at once?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I'm not quite sure I can think and talk at the same time.
All right.
It does sound like a competition set up for the ladies,
I know,
Natalie.
it's really a bit biased, isn't it, Sean? No, I didn't say it, Sean did. Well, Anna, you're up against Lauren from Ellenbrook. Good morning, Lauren.
Morning, guys.
Hi, Lauren.
Are you good at doing two things at once, Loz?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at doing that.
Hey, Lauren, have you ever seen any of the Cirque du Soleils that have come to town before?
I haven't actually. Every time I've wanted to take the kids, and we've never actually got around to doing it.
Yeah, they're spectacular.
It'd be great if we
They
could.
really are.
I know, it's amazing. Okay, here's what's going to happen. We are going to play a song and ask you a question at the same time. If you can tell us both the answer to the question and the name of the song, buzz in with your name. You get it right, you take the point for that round. Get it wrong? We just get it wrong.
You just get it wrong.
And we move on to the next one. There are 5 rounds. Whoever has the high score at the end of those 5 rounds is today's winner. So we better check your buzzers. Anna? Lauren?
Lauren.
They're working well, everybody. All right.
All right, remember, it's a song and a question.
So we don't need the artist, just the title of the song, okay?
Here we go.
Round 1. Which American dish consists of a deboned chicken stuffed into a deboned duck, further stuffed into a deboned turkey? Any takers?
No.
No.
Have you got one part? Have you got the song? Anybody?
I know the artist.
Okay, well, we put a stroke through round 1. It was, of course, Lose Control by Teddy Swims, as you know. And the answer to that question was turducken.
Turducken, I thought
Yeah,
that was a good
so
one.
the chicken inside the duck inside the turkey. Turducken.
All right, let's go with the next
It's
one.
nil all.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Round 2. Okay, question. In which Meryl Streep movie did she play a character that was based on Vogue's editor-in-chief, Anna Wintour?
Anna.
Yes, Anna?
The Devil Wears Prada.
Yes.
And the song?
Oh, I know it. And I can't remember.
No winner there. That was Dog Days Are Over.
All right. This is going
I know,
really well.
it's going really well. It's still nil all.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Round 3. Play the song. Which common species of spider borrows its name from a paternal figure with extensive limbs?
Lauren.
Anna.
Oh, Lauren.
Daddy Longlegs.
Correct.
And the song is?
What About Me?
Yes! Lauren's on the board.
Looking grim there,
She
Nat.
leads 1-0. All right, 2 to go. 2 to go.
Okay, here we go. Question. What is the term for when a deep-sea diver suffers injuries caused by a rapid decrease in the water or air pressure when they are resurfacing?
Any
Coming
takers?
up. You're coming up. How's it feel?
Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah, it's I was going to say burst eardrum or swimmer's ear, but I can't think of the exact term. No.
That's
I can't
incorrect.
think.
No, it's incorrect. The answer's The Bends, and the song was called Cruisin'. The great Gwyneth Paltrow and Huey Lewis.
Yeah,
out
I
there.
really like that movie for
All
some
right.
reason.
Okay, so here's where we're at. We're heading into round 5. Lauren leads 1-0. Anna, you have to answer this one correctly to stay in the game. Otherwise, Lauren takes it
Yes,
out.
I do.
Okay. Let's play the song. Not being permitted to fly due to his punctured lung, West Coast Eagle Jeremy McGovern was forced to drive back to Perth from which capital city?
No idea.
Anna.
Yes, Anna, you have to have a crack at it.
I Love Is Alive, and he drove from Melbourne.
50% was right. He
did
was
drive from
driving
Melbourne.
from Melbourne. Natalie, what
The
was the
song
song?
is called Stumbling In. That means Lauren wins, everybody. I know.
Really didn't hit the heights we're looking for,
You
ladies.
gave it a crack, though, Anna. Lauren, you have scored a VIP double pass to the premiere of Lucia on July 25. A bit of Cirque du Soleil action for you. Well done.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, no worries. Well played. We're
Doesn't
going to do
seem
it again
Jugglers
tomorrow.
is so easy
Do
now.
we need to make it easier?
We need to get a couple of guys on.
Yeah, clearly that's the
see if
answer.
they can buck the myth.
Okay,
I definitely
I
said
wonder
buck.
what you're going to say there.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
She's got the book. She's got the book. She's got the book. She's got the book. And I go la 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 la. She's got the book.
child's future with the Wise School Ready program, helping children under 5 flourish through early literacy and language development. Search the Y Early Learning.
Oh, it's back, everybody. We had such a good time at doing this last year that we thought, let's do it again.
Of course we did, Nat. We want to come to your school for Book Week for 2024.
Yep, we're going to be broadcasting our show live from one lucky school in Perth during Book Week.
Plus, we'll bring a $5,000 donation for your school.
If it sounds good to you, you need to get your teacher to register your school details now via the Nova Player app, okay?
Yeah, we could be coming to see all your crazy costumes for Book Week next month.
And wearing our own.
Yeah.
Yes,
we put a lot
dress
of thought
up
into
as
last
well.
time.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't.
Oh, no, I didn't.
The cat
I
in the
just get
hat.
told what to do. Wear this, Sean. This would be great. Okay,
I hand sewed parts of mine, Sean.
Yeah, you
got
did.
on the Bonita, really got into it. But what we were blown away with was the costumes from the kids. Remember that kid that came as a washing machine?
Yeah, he did too.
It was actually amazing.
The teachers were fantastic as well.
Yeah, they were dressed up as crayons, which is pretty cute. So the Nova Play app, get your teacher. You need to nag them when you get back to school tomorrow. You got kids going back today?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Then register via the Nova Play. You must have the school's permission, though, so very important that the teachers are on board. And we would love to come to your school, so we can't wait for Book Week.
Good time of the year,
It's a ripper time.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Time for us to get out of here, but don't worry because Ross is ready to take over. Hello, Ross.
Hello.
Hey,
Ross.
Tomorrow we're getting this guy on the show whose name is Adam Thorne. He's from a show called Kings of Pain.
Oh.
You might have seen him being bitten by a snake. Have you seen that footage?
Is this the guy who gets bitten by every insect?
Yeah,
and
all the things that really hurt.
He does it deliberately.
Yes.
I've actually watched many of his videos because it's just him getting bitten by psycho things and then watching him in.
And
It's insane.
Then he tells you how much it
Insane.
hurts.
Yeah, and you hear the cameraman saying like, "Keep talking," and he's writhing in pain on the ground. Now that I think about it, all of us that watch that are sadists.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but also, isn't that excellent preparation for an interview with Nathan, Nat and Sean?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.